Hi guys, so I'm doing a voiceover for this hair, Boss Lady's hair. I've got her hair in caramel brown, absolutely gorgeous. So the first thing that I do is take a wig cap and I put that over my big bald ass head. Make sure it's covering the ears and everything. Then I take some of my bronzer. Well, I don't use this as bronzer, but it is a bronzer that's close to my skin colour and I buff it into my hairline. Then after I use this, I take some of my foundation that's exactly to my skin colour and I buff that in my hand first. You need to make sure you do that and then buff it into the scalp, because if you don't do that, it'll be really bitty and it'll look so stupid, so make sure you do that. Then I'm taking my Got2b freeze spray and I'm putting that ear to ear, spraying that all over the hairline where I've just put the foundation and things. Quite a thick layer. Then put your hairdryer on a just hit myself in the face. Put the hairdryer on a cool setting and you dry that, and then I put on my second layer and then dry that off again with the cool setting. Then take your scissors and you want to cut holes for your ears. Make sure you do that first of all, because it's hard to do once you've already cut the lace, and not the lace, the cap. So cut in the middle, and then you want to cut down the side. Then cut up the other side. And as you can see, there's loads of little bitty bits that are sticking up, and make sure you just get all of them, because it won't be very seamless when you put the lace down if you don't get all those bits. I'm just cutting off the sideburns. Now I'm taking some Surgical Spirit that I got from Boots and I'm just cleaning off all of the foundation that's around my head so that I don't get any like bumps or spots underneath the lace when I put it on, because that can happen if you leave your foundation on underneath. So make sure you get some Surgical Spirit or rubbing alcohol, whatever. Now I'm putting on the wig beforehand. It's already been pre-plucked, looks amazing, and I'm just fitting it, seeing what it looks like. Now I'm adding some of that powder to the lace, and you could do this with your own colour of foundation, powder or whatever, so that it looks like it's actually growing out of your head. Now I'm just grabbing some clasps to pin the hair out of the way, because I'm going to cut the lace and glue it down. So adding some more powder just to make sure that it looks seamless. Tucking it behind the ears. And I cut my lace into 3 bits. So just like this. So we got 1, 2, 3. Then I'm gonna add some more powder. I love adding powder just so it looks really natural. I'm taking my Ghost Bond glue and I'm gonna add that to the front of my head. And this is the best glue if you want your wig to stay on for a couple weeks or for a long period of time. I've used 2 glues here so I can just show you what they're both like. One is for if you want to just have it on for a couple of days, 1 or 2 days, and then the Ghost Bond is the real deal. That like keeps on for a couple of weeks. So to stick that down properly, I use a comb so I can get in all the little nooks and crannies. Then I'm cutting it, and you want to cut it as close as possible to the hairline without cutting the hair, because if you cut the hair then that's just going to look stupid. There you go. So just cutting that all off. Looks great. And then this is the Got2b that I was telling you about. I just put some of this in the back of my hand and then I just add it with my finger. And I do that on both sides. And then obviously I have to let it dry with a hairdryer as well. And then once it's dry, you just stick it on down. And then use the comb so it can stick. And that's it. Look at it on both sides. So pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some tights and I'm going to cover this over my head. Some old school tights that I cut because I don't need them no more. and tie it really, really tight. And this is so the lace can melt. Leave that for about 20 minutes. And as I'm leaving it for 20 minutes, I style my hair. So I'm just going to straighten it. Once it's straightened, there's usually, as you can see at the top, loads of flyaways. So I just grab that Got2b freeze spray, spray some on my hand, and I just smack it down on the top of my head. Then I'm going to grab the straighteners again, just going to go over it, and I'm going to get a do-rag. You can use anything, something that's satin, anything, whatever. I use a do-rag, and this is just to keep the flyaways in place so they don't pop back out, and I'll leave that on again for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to take it off, brush it out, smack a little bit more of that Got2b spray, and then that should be it. Untie. Cut that lace, make sure you don't cut the hair, cut as close as possible as you can. On the other side, look at that lace, it looks so good. And I didn't add any baby hairs because it looked absolutely amazing already. Boss Lady done such a good job. Adding that, some more glue, just a little bits that have not been glued down. And look at that. Wow, the hair is so pretty.
And I move like a dime, eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the west coast, yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair bitch, and she look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego. She heard of my deep stroke, she said, babe, does it hurt when I deep throat? Certified freak hoe, hang around dust and she learning my lingo. Back then, wasn't worried about me though. In the gym, trying to work on my free throw. Goddamn, spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes, ma'am. She a little freak on cam, but she don't put this on the ground. Little boys try diss on the ground. Hey, I can't switch on the fan. Shit's hot, hit the switch on the fan. This where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share a connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never could stare at reflections. Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't evolving, it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing a section. Gotta cherish the present. I'm drinking water and wearing protection. Got a career and I'm very invested. Some people call it a scary obsession. I like to call it a passion. I can't be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction. I'm at the venue, it's packed in. I'm digging her accent. I got a BB Simon belt on me and she tryna get it unfastened. That's my type of distraction. That's my type of she Latin. Got my own flow and I'm about to get a patent. Brand new sheets for the bed they satin. Y'all wasn't tuned in back then. My swag they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse, quit asking. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options, I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing, I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.